Hey guys, it's me, Rebecca, the Bexa boss lady, and I am here hanging out in bed with another migraine, but I promised I would make more content, so hopefully me making this from bed isn't too weird. It actually feels pretty good to just lay back and chill, but to be able to do this video for you anyway, because I think it's very important to clarify some things that I've been seeing about the Poshmark sales tax. Poshmark announced their new Poshmark Remit program. And this is based on the new rules from North Dakota versus Wayfarer, which was a Supreme Court decision in 2018. And it's changing the way that online internet sales companies, retail companies are having to do sales tax. In the past, it was that you only had to collect sales tax where you had a physical location. So if you ran a brick and mortar store in Florida, like let's say you have a boutique in Florida and you did sales all over the country, you typically paid sales tax in Florida or whatever jurisdiction, state, local taxes your business was physically located in. Well, that Supreme Court decision has changed, and I wanted to make sure that everyone really kind of understood what the difference is. Now, I'm not an accountant, I'm not a tax attorney, I just have been doing some research on this, and I know the difference between income tax and sales tax. I've also seen a ton of misinformation, drama, controversy, really some just over the top stuff in some Poshmark Facebook groups. And I wanted to make a video, hopefully just clarifying things, breaking it down, making it simple for you so you can really understand what is happening. So effective April 1st, which was yesterday, it's not an April Fool's joke, Poshmark started their Poshmark Remit program. What's great about this program is that they are taking care of the sales tax for us as sellers. If you sell on other platforms like Etsy or Amazon or eBay, you know that you are responsible technically for paying your sales tax, which is going to become more complicated as more states are requiring online retailers to submit retail sales tax. So what does that mean for us? As a buyer, it means nothing. It simply means that Poshmark is going to take care of this for you. They're one of the only they are the only marketplace as of right now that is doing this for their sellers. It is an amazing thing that they are doing for us, and they're collecting it based on the state and local tax requirements of the buyer. So wherever the buyer lives, whatever their address is, their zip code, their state, all of those thousands of different state percentages of what the local sales tax is are entered into a huge system, a third-party system, and Poshmark is tracking that and ultimately charging the buyer. So what is the difference between sales tax and income tax? April 15th, you still have to pay income tax. If you pay quarterly taxes for your business, you still have to pay those on April 15th. Poshmark is not doing your taxes. Poshmark is not doing your accounting for you. They're not submitting your taxes for you as a buyer. Income tax is the money you're making on the profits for your business. So it's the total income that you're making on your business for federal and state, okay? So you need to get with an accountant if you have a business on Poshmark and determine what you owe on April 15th, or if you owe quarterly taxes, all of that stuff. Sales tax is what you pay on the item, and the percentage is determined based on where you are. So some places are 5%, some places are 6.75%, some are 9%. Really depends on where you are. Some states don't have sales tax on clothing and shoes and accessories. So those states, Poshmark has indicated they will not be collecting sales tax on. So if you are the fortunate people that live in a state that does not collect sales tax on clothing, you will not have to worry about this because you won't if you, as a buyer, you won't have to worry about it because they know where you are, they know your zip code, your address. You will not have to pay sales tax, just like any other thing that you would buy clothing wise in the stores. So you just have to know that this is a huge database of addresses, zip codes, tax codes, all of this stuff. So as a buyer, what that means is when you now check out at Poshmark, you will see that there is going to be a sales tax added to your purchase. So it will no longer just be $20 plus the shipping fee. It's now going to be $20 plus sales tax if applicable, and the shipping fee. So just know there is going to be maybe a couple more dollars added to that, and that money gets sent to your local state taxman by Poshmark. Okay, so the seller is not getting that money. Poshmark is not taking that money from you. It's getting submitted to the tax man. Okay, it's not, I've seen that it's a conspiracy, that Posh is just trying to take more money, that it has something to do with the 20% commission, that it's going to be like, I think I saw that they're going to share it with the sellers. I mean, I've seen all sorts of weird conspiracy stuff, and it just goes to your sales tax. That's it. So if you are a business selling on other platforms, like previously mentioned, Amazon, eBay, Etsy, etc., and you already submit your stuff on your own, you cannot opt out of the Poshmark Remit program. You have to use their program, and if you want access to the reports, the information is going to be in the My Sales report. If you don't know how to access the My Sales report, I do have a video that is clearly outlines how to go step by step to the different tabs and buttons and how to find it on Poshmark. So you download your Poshmark report, you will find that there. So if your accountant is like, hey, I noticed you paid sales tax on all of these other platforms, why aren't you paying it on Poshmark? You will be able to show that Poshmark has paid it on your behalf for those transactions. I also saw on e-commerce Bites, which I will link her article to this video down in the descriptions below. She has a great summary of this. I forget the name of the author of e-commerce Bites, but it's a really great blog. She summarizes a lot of the things that are going on in the e-commerce world. That they're going to create eventually a system where you can submit your seller's license, you'll be able to submit that you're a nonprofit, and then become a tax exempt status. So that's not available right now, but it is something that is coming down the road, and they're working towards adding to Poshmark Remit. So, according to Poshmark's blog, there's no sales tax. Alaska, Delaware, Montana, New Hampshire, Oregon. I thought that Pennsylvania was another one where you didn't pay sales tax on clothing. Maybe it was just an oversight, or maybe I'm incorrect. But I live in Ohio. We used to go across the border to the outlet mall, so we didn't have to pay tax on clothing. Maybe that's changed over the years, but I always thought that Pennsylvania was another state, that didn't have to pay that. Another thing that a lot of states do that do have sales tax is during the school year, they have tax-free weekends. So in August, end of July, August, a lot of states and different localities will have tax-free weekends where you can go and buy school supplies, school clothing, and all of those kind of things that are not taxable in other states. That weekend only, to help parents get ready for the school year. There's no tax. Poshmark will have all of those tax-free weekends into the system, so make sure you pay attention to when your tax-free weekend is, because you should be able to shop on Poshmark during that tax-free weekend and pay no sales tax on Poshmark. You know, one of the things that has been mentioned a lot, and I've seen this a lot, is that, you know, you're paying sales tax on the original item, then you're paying sales tax as a reseller to resell, then the buyer's paying sales tax, so the item is being triple taxed. You know, there's no differentiating on any of these laws or statutes for used clothing. So unfortunately, the best thing for you to do as a reseller is to get established as a business and get your resale license, so that way you can buy your clothes on an exempt status and pay no tax on the purchases that you are making. So at least that way you're not paying tax on that item, but then the buyer is, when they come to your closet, they're paying sales tax and for whatever it is wherever they live, and you don't have to worry about that. So what is the tax amount? The tax amount is going to be based on the final offer price. So let's say you have an item for $50. You and the seller, or the seller and the buyer, agree on $30. That will be what the item is taxed on, not the original $50. So whatever the amount is agreed upon, that is what the sales tax will be. It's based on the delivery address. So if you, if you have a relative that lives in a non-tax area that's like a half hour from your house, you know, and you want to have stuff shipped to them just so you don't have to pay sales tax, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's one way around it, but most of us don't have that luxury. So whatever your delivery address is, that will be put into the system, and whatever your local sales tax is, that is what you will be paying on that $30 that you and the seller agreed upon for that item. So it's going to be based on the final dollar amount, where you live, and what that tax rate is. So that's what all this is the seller is going to be selling items just like anything else, and the buyer is going to be responsible for paying sales tax just like they would on any other item, any other time. We pay sales tax. I've noticed, on Amazon now, on anything that I've been buying lately online, I've been paying taxes on. So it really isn't any difference. People are very upset that it's a sales tax on used items, but like I said, there's no differentiating between a new and a used item in any of these sales tax rules. So for right now and for the going forward, we just have to be positive about this. It's the sales tax. We have to be very grateful that Poshmark is a pioneer in this area. They're taking care of it for us. So it's one less platform for those of us who sell on multiple platforms that have to worry about this, deal with it. It would be a lot of work and a huge pain in the ass if Poshmark wasn't creating this program for us. So I am very appreciative that they are doing this for the sellers. 5 million of us. There's 5 million seller stylists on the app. They've created this third-party program, Poshmark Remit. I was not paid to do this video. There's no Poshmark affiliate here. There's no Poshmark ad. I just was tired of seeing misinformation in Poshmark groups and on Instagram, and I wanted to make a video, hopefully clarifying some of the things that I was seeing that were not correct online. So I hope this video helps. If you are a tax person or you know more about the sales tax rules or Poshmark Remit, please comment below. But don't, let's keep it positive. Let's not just blow it up about sales tax. Now we have to do this and that, because there's nothing we can do about it. And all we can do is stay positive. Poshmark has our back on this one. And that's what we are going to, be happy about for this big change for the buyers, I guess, on the Poshmark app. And I am a buyer too. So, for me, it affects me also. We have sales tax here. I'm in a high sales tax area. So now when I buy things on Poshmark, it's going to cost me more money. It's not going to defer me from buying on Poshmark. I've seen people who are like, I just canceled an order because I was going to have to pay $2.45 tax. I mean, it's a little dramatic. So people, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that, because it's just silly. It's silly. Like, you pay sales tax on everything else that we've just been I guess, slipping by on this, and now we have to pay it. So the tax man will get you. Anyway, I know you probably, hopefully you like this video. I don't know. I know I want to say give me a thumbs up, but like, I know it's like thumbs up for bad taxes. I know, thumbs up for taxes, sales tax. I don't know. Anyway, I hope this video helps you, and I have some more that I've been creating while I've been hanging out in bed this week, waiting for these new meds to kick in. So I appreciate you all for watching, hanging in with me, even though, you know, my videos are kind of boop boop sometimes. I appreciate all of you, each and every one of you. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will put all the links in the description below. Bye.